The Insurance Apprentice 2022 is loading, and we are super excited about another season approaching. Applications for TIA 2022 is closing on 31 Jan, and we thought it might be a good idea to speak to some of the previous contestants. I recently spoke to John and Taffy, and today I have the honor of speaking to another two top contestants. They are both working at Old Mutual Insure. Melissa Johnson, Technical Underwriter Consultant at Old Mutual Insure, and then Dimitri van Niekerk, Team Leader, Premier Administration, Agri at Old Mutual Insure. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Rianet.
Okay, so Dimitri, you said you're nervous. It's not the filming of the Insurance Apprentice 2022, so you can relax.
Feels like it.
Yeah, I'm sure. So a few questions, and the main purpose of today is that you are going to inspire some people who are probably still sitting on the fence to decide should they or should they not, and already also for those who have already entered to just prepare them a little bit better for what lies ahead. So thank you very much for your time. I'm going to start off with the first obvious question, and that is, why did you enter the Insurance Apprentice? Dimitri?
When I initially entered the Insurance Apprentice, to just get the opportunity to test yourself against industry peers. I mean, people like-minded, same age, and just doing the same, working in the same industry. I also entered the Insurance Apprentice to just push myself out of my comfort zone. So that for me was the main reason for entering the competition.
Melissa?
I originally entered the Insurance Apprentice just as well as Dimitri said, to test yourself. You know you're the best in your job, you know what you're capable of, you know you're good, but are you the best in the industry? And I think it's a good platform to discover how good you actually are, not just at the job, but how good you are at industry news, how good you are knowing what's happening in current affairs, how can you apply certain things, how can you apply your mind.
So none of you mentioned the cash, the amount of cash that was up for grabs.
That too.
That's always resultant when it's
yeah, and that will happen again. So definitely another reason to enter again. Melissa, how did you feel watching the episode where you featured in the first time? What goes through your mind, seeing yourself on the screen and you know the whole industry is watching you?
At first it was nerve-wracking, just leading up to the viewing of the episode. But then you watch yourself and you're like, wow, this is what I've accomplished. This is what I can be. This is who I can be. And everybody watching you, you know how much recognition you get. And you just feel like so great, so wonderful, like you've accomplished something that you almost feel like a superstar, actually.
What in Dimitri, in your mind, is the best way to prepare for this? And maybe add to that, if you had to do anything different in either your preparation or the filming, what would you have done differently?
I don't think there's one best way that you can prepare. You need to get just do what works for you. For me, it was just reviewing past episodes and a lot of reading. And yeah, looking back, hindsight is always 20/20, as they say. For sure, there are things that I would have liked to do differently. Getting eliminated for one. But looking back on the journey, the person I was when I entered the Insurance Apprentice versus the person that I am after that experience, I regret nothing. I regret nothing.
Melissa, what's the best way to prepare in your mind?
I think just be open-minded. Don't overthink things, because you can overthink it, but you never know what you're going to expect. It's a very different ball game once you're in front of the screen and people are throwing curveballs at you. So just be open-minded. Study as much as the material as you can. Make sure you're up with current affairs, not only just the big insurers, but make sure also the institutors and the statutories of the world, you know what they're doing and you know what they're about. I think that was my downfall. So just being up to date with current affairs.
You haven't been part of the face-to-face filming, Dimitri, but do you think the judges are less harsh in the virtual space than what you have seen in the in-person filming?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've never been part of the insurance printers face-to-face. Something I would really like to do, hopefully in the future. But you know, watching past episodes and comparing it to what I've actually experienced from the judges, I think they went a little softer. I expected worse, especially from the infamous Judge Dredd. So I think they took it easy on us.
Okay, but a good balance maybe.
Yeah.
Melissa, what was the best part of this short TIA journey for you?
I think making connections. It's so important. It's such a lovely experience to meet new people from all ways of life, just connecting with them and building like long-time friends. We're such a good group and I think we still keep in contact. So it's good to make connections. It's good for people to recognize you as well when you put yourself out there and recognize your efforts.
And Dimitri, some of the concerns out there are that this is taking up, once you enter and you go through to the first round, it takes up a lot of your time. The 2022 series will be exactly the same as the series in 2021. Can you just maybe give your view on the fact that it's probably not that hectic in terms of time?
Yeah, Rianet, nothing worthwhile comes easy. You know, sometimes you have to make the sacrifices to get what you want out of life. But me, I didn't experience it taking up like excessive amounts of time. I mean, it was just, you know, you're planning for it. You know what you're getting yourself into. You plan accordingly. But then again, time flies when you're having fun. So I didn't even realize that I've been spending all this time on it. So yeah, like I said, time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. Melissa, advice to people who have entered and advice to people who are still deciding, is it worth it?
Those who have entered, you're not going to regret it. It's a life-changing experience. It's something that you'll only grow from. It's not going to be a waste of time. It's an investment. Those are sitting on the fence, 100%, definitely get your application in. Stop thinking about it. Just do it.
Dimitri?
Yeah, if you've really entered the Insurance Apprentice 2022, you're really on the right path. If you've already entered and you're an old Mutual Insure employee, you're winning at life. So you've really got nothing to lose. Now you must just stay focused and give it all.
Yeah, Old Mutual is really well known for really supporting the people that are going on to the Insurance Apprentice journey. And that's one of the companies that I really take my hat off to, because they take their sponsorship serious and they take leadership development and the development of employees quite serious. So it's quite good to see that. So thank you for your time, Melissa and Dimitri. It was great to catch up with you. For those who are still considering, for those who have entered, all the contestants who have taken part in the past, and especially Melissa and Dimitri, their doors are open. They are very keen to have conversations. If you have any questions, they are the people to talk to. They've been on this journey, they've been through it, they've grown, and they've got a lot to share. There's nothing that they cannot share with you. So please use the opportunity connect with them on LinkedIn, with any of them, or email us and we'll connect you with them. But make sure you enter because the prizes are big again. It's cash, it's photos, it's a whole bunch of things. We will confirm that very soon. But I suppose that the cash is quite a nice drawing card when you want to enter. So thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Dimitri, for your time. All the best for your year. And please get those people that we can get the numbers in the Old Mutual stable increasing. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Rianet.